And you know, when you have a medical emergency, every second counts. But 13 investigators discovered something happening inside Indianapolis EMS that medics say could delay your ambulance.
In fact, when you need help, some ambulance may actually be parked out of service. Our investigator Sandra Chapman shows us tonight why insiders are now sounding the alarm over shortages as well as some shutdowns.
Fire an ambulance. What's the address for your emergency?
Dinner at a Castleton restaurant turned into an emergency. An 82-year-old woman suddenly passed out.
I have a guest who slumped over at her table.
Every second critical.
Well, I need an ambulance. I don't know if she's having a stroke.
IFD Engine 9 pulled up within minutes, but it took 20 minutes for an ambulance to arrive. An advanced life support ambulance with the right equipment was parked just a few blocks away, but it was taken out of service 2 hours earlier. Indianapolis EMS didn't have the manpower to staff it. The closest ALS unit was miles across town. The woman's family told us it was chaos in the restaurant. The responding crews were not certified in advanced life support and did not have the right equipment.
It was pretty much a mess.
This former medic is one of dozens to call it quits at IEMS. He doesn't want to show his face, but sat down with 13 investigators to sound the alarm. Ambulances shut down, medics spread too thin, and public safety put at risk.
You shouldn't be having to wait 20 minutes for an ambulance to get to cardiac arrest.
But that's exactly what happened in that Castleton emergency.
The truck they were sending was not at all close. I mean, you're talking Castleton. That truck was responding from the 30th and Shapeman area.
Minutes ticked by, 14 minutes, while an anxious family waited for another ALS crew. 6 minutes passed before a Fisher's ambulance arrived and transported her to the hospital, where she later died. 13 investigators has learned ultimately 3 ambulances and 11 medics showed up before they finally had the right manpower and equipment.
I mean, that's unacceptable.
So what does IEMS have to say about the run?
On a peak shift, we have about 36 ambulances on the street.
13 investigators went to IEMS headquarters to meet with agency chief, Dr. Charles Miramonte. He spoke with 13 investigators as his top administrators listened in.
And a lot of this comes down to a CAD that is crazy outdated.
Chief Miramonte blames the old dispatch system that can't always identify the closest ambulance.
Is it ever acceptable that it would take one of your units to get on scene 20 to 30 minutes?
No, it was never and would never be acceptable for 20, 30 minutes to get on scene.
13 investigators dug through thousands of EMS records and found a pattern that could contribute to the delays.
Well, we did some analysis on our own and just kind of crunched some of your numbers here.
A 6-month review of internal documents reveals IEMS routinely shutting down ambulances. We found a dozen units shut down 15 or more times each between January and June last year. Those medics were taken out of service 112 times during day shift, 136 trucks shut down at night. That means an ambulance may not be close by when you need it.
I have heard that from the street providers, the people that are on the ambulances themselves.
Mike Reeves, president of the union that represents medics, says IEMS knows it has a problem, a 19% turnover rate among staff. But Miramonte adamantly denies it's compromising patient care on the street.
Has it impacted our patients? Are we providing a lower rate of service to our city? Absolutely not.
The chief says patients are getting some of the best care in the country, but 13 investigators uncovered disturbing daily end-of-shift reports from IEMS supervisors who reveal medics working under extreme pressure and hazardous conditions. In one case, the emergency lights quit working on a truck. The supervisor writes, "We were getting killed on the street, so I left them in service." Another supervisor says, "We are in a bit of a staffing hole, dropping more trucks," while another reveals he is down to 3 trucks.
Can I sit here and say definitively we haven't had issues over the last year or 2 years as far as staffing and deployment? There's no way. Of course we have. Of course we have.
It's not just shortages supervisors are writing about. Crews are working sick and tired. One praised a medic sick with a 102-degree fever, saying he sucked it up and stayed on duty, very much appreciated.
Because that makes no sense.
The cost of too few medics adds up.
I have seen the overtime reports that are coming out, and I look at them and I think, oh my goodness, we're that short.
IEMS spends about $200,000 a month on overtime. That's more than $2.4 million a year.
It's incredibly unsafe. You've been up for 24, 36 hours and you're not thinking straight, you're going to miss things.
And these folks are saying they're working tired and that it's dangerous.
I'm aware that some of our folks, I don't think it's fair to say that our people as a whole feel that way. As we've asked folks to do more, as we've asked folks to go from 2 and 3 runs a day to 6, 7, and 8 runs a day, we get pushback on that.
Miramani says the agency's overall response times are still better than the national average, with crews arriving within 9 minutes to a call more than 90% of the time. Part of that success is attributed to the built-in response of the Indianapolis Fire Department. More than half the time, IFD arrives on the scene first within 4 minutes of a call. The firefighters, who are paramedics and EMTs, start the life-saving process. That's what happened the day Meredith Corbeau thought his mother was having a heart attack.
She said her chest was tightening up. I said, screw that, Mom, we're calling 911.
13 Investigates was just blocks away at Station 15. We drove to the scene, stopping at traffic lights. We arrived just 5 minutes after the call. IFD was there, but no ambulance in sight.
I actually thought the ambulance was going to be here first. I didn't think the fire department was even going to come.
IEMS failed to meet the standard on that call, too. The ambulance showed up 10 minutes after the dispatch.
Firefighters can't put someone on the back of a fire truck and take them to the hospital.
That's correct.
How do you fix the problem with staffing?
It means hiring different folks. It means training folks in a different way.
Miramonte warns that doesn't mean putting more trucks on the street.
Indianapolis EMS is down 18 medics from 2011. The agency just hired a new recruit class. 37 new medics are expected to hit the street in March. The city expects a new GPS dispatch system will deploy crews more efficiently beginning in December. In the meantime, Miramani says they're moving ambulances around to fill gaps in coverage. Sandra Chapman, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, well, a little reprieve from